Of course, you mentioned about the reorganisation within the party. That has meant a refocusing of the leadership. You mentioned Mary Lou McDonald, a key person within that now as Vice President of the party. She's of course standing for Europe, and yet she has got a fight on her hands now in a 3-seat constituency. What happens if she doesn't win?
Well, let's not contemplate defeat. Let's work fast. Let's not take the electorate for granted. But Mary Lou McDonald is a champion of the Republican position, and she will be, as she has just been, elected by the IRA to serve in that position. And she's one of a whole range, as I've said earlier, of young, articulate people from all corners of Ireland.
Is there enough of them, though? I mean, we look at you, 26 years in post, the longest serving Irish political leader on the island. And, you know, where is the next generation coming through? People ask you, do you want to retire? If you were to retire, who would replace you?
Well, that's a decision for the RDH. It's not a decision for today. Every party has to regenerate itself. I think we're doing that. Look at other parties. Look at the SDLP. Failed to regenerate itself. Once John Hume went, the SDLP went also. Other parties here, PDs.
You're not irreplaceable.
Oh no, I mean, the party's bigger than me. The Republican cause is bigger than me. The struggle for equality and asylum for a united Ireland is much, much bigger than Gerry Adams. But, you know, PDs last time round, no PDs this time. SDLP last time round, SDLP in the decline. DUP against power sharing, set out decades ago to smash Sinn Fein, in government with Sinn Fein, involved in power sharing, and although it's difficult for them and us, doing their best to try and bring about a difference in the lives of people in the north.
Okay, well, given then that you're not irreplaceable, when will you consider your position?
Well, not today, and not in this interview.
What's the party's strategy now? Where's its main focus? Is it in the Republic of Ireland? Is it the economy? Is it jobs? Or is it Irish unity?
Well, it's all of that, and there's another prong, and that is to maintain and sustain the development of the institutions in the north, and to try and bring about and to deliver for people the type of changes which people deserve. Irish unity, key Republican objective. This year we'll have 2 major conferences in the USA. Next year, one in Britain. We continue to engage with unionists. If they want the union, then let them persuade us that that's good for us. We're up for trying to persuade them of the desirability. I mean, it's our Ireland also. That's key.
But don't sound
sorry,
very
and then on the economy here, I mean, that's an immediate task. In January, 1,000 people a day lost jobs. If that continues before the end of this year, there could be 400,000 people out of work. There could be 500,000 people out of work across this island. It doesn't have to be like that.
Gerry Adams, many thanks indeed.
Thanks, Jim.
Well, it used to be that the unity issue dominated any Sinn Fein Ardèche. This weekend's was different. There was an equal emphasis on the economy. Perhaps the party has swallowed John Hume's mantra that you can't eat a flag. Or maybe, as Martina Purdy suggests, the inspiration was a former president of America.
Ishe onat namiat Damadan. Or, as Bill Clinton would say in English, it's the economy, stupid. Certainly the recession is a key theme of this year's Ardèche. And in her keynote address, this Dubliner, who wants to win the Dáil, got straight to the point.
But Ireland is in deep trouble. Incompetent government, corrupt bankers and greedy developers have brought this state to the edge of an economic abyss. In the blink of an eye, we have gone from boom to bust. The years of budget surpluses have been squandered. And those that claim that they, and they alone, knew how to run the economy have been exposed for the fraudsters that they are.
She went on to claim that Sinn Fein had the answers and made this declaration.
Our number one priority at this time is to get Ireland back to work.
Sorry, what was that?
Our number one priority at this time is to get Ireland back to work.
For years, the priorities seemed to be Irish unity, yet Mary Lou McDonald didn't mention the border and its cost until the end of her speech. Clearly, Sinn Fein has learned lessons from the last election, that modern Southern voters care more about jobs today than distant dreams of Irish unity. So is Gerry Adams and his party now caught between pragmatism and idealism, and is unity now on the back burner? For delegates, jobs and republicanism go hand in hand.
Well, we think the fact that Sinn Fein is an all-Ireland party, they should be fighting on all fronts. And I think that there's perfectly and coherent with policy, you know, the whole way down.
We're an all-Ireland party, we're an excellent party, and the economy is as important in the 26 counties as it is in the 6 counties.
Well, the way it is now, the government in the 26 counties is not coming up to the mark where it comes to the economics of the country. We all know that we're in such a bad state, and it is in breach of the Constitution. The Constitution says cherishing all our children. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer.
In his address, Martin McGuinness focused heavily on the state of play in Northern Ireland and relations at Stormont.
And over the last week there's been some debate in the north about whether that's a joint First Minister or a First Minister or what is it. The important thing is that the Unionists know what I am. And I say that not to be offensive. I say that because they know that I am there now on the basis of equality and partnership. Because they know I'm not interested in being part of any institution that has less than that.
But Martin McGuinness made sure to marry the themes of economy and unity.
For those who supported and promoted national division for sectoral interest, the message is simple. We can simply no longer afford the partition of this island.
Gerry Adams picked up the themes in his conference address and set out his vision for government on both sides of the border. He urged the Irish government to go and was scathing about its record, not least on managing the banking crisis.
The Minister for Finance should do his patriotic duty. He should go. But he should not go on his own. Mr. Lenihan should be joined by his friends. The people cannot afford them. This government should go also. Woody Guthrie once wrote, "Some rob you with a 6-gun, some with a fountain pen." Criminality of any kind is unacceptable. All categories of gangsters or banksters must face the full rigours of the law.
Gerry Adams sought to lift his party from the gloom of the last Irish election, urging supporters to look north of the border for inspiration.
20 years ago, understandably, they probably thought that peace wasn't possible. But peace is possible. We have proved that. Everything is possible, my friends. What is needed is political will, determination, tenacity, organisation and strategies.
Next door at the coin fair, the old relics of 1916 are big business today, including this watch chain from Arthur Griffith, the founder of Sinn Fein. The trick for this leadership is to convince Southern Irish voters that its brand of republicanism can be trusted with the economy.
The Mace Stadium project has been kept in